Rachel Reeves will certainly go down in history. She's the first woman to serve as Chancellor of the Exchequer in Britain, but history will not be kind to her. Less than 2 months into the job, she was already encircled by economic malaise, spiralling debt and business despair. And it hasn't got any better. The Office for Budget Responsibility's latest report is utterly damning. Growth, flatlined inflation, stubbornly above target at 3.6%, unemployment rising, public borrowing a staggering £148 billion, 70% above forecast. Reeves is now facing not a menu of options, but a gallery of dead ends. And as The Spectator put it, she has crushed confidence in Britain, and that may prove the gentlest judgment. The first option that she's got is public spending restraint, but any serious attempt to cut the budget, welfare, public sector pay, infrastructure or local government would ignite union fury and possibly bring mass strikes. The culture of entitlement is embedded. 4-day weeks, remote working, endless demands for more taxpayer money are sacrosanct in parts of the public sector. Local authorities are de facto bankrupt, the NHS is bloated but underperforming, and any minister who dares question this risks media annihilation. As the welfare budget edges towards £400 billion by the end of the decade, no one dares to say stop. Austerity has become a dirty word, and yet without it, the country will keep borrowing itself into oblivion. The second option of tax rises is no better. Already the UK is facing its highest tax burden in 70 years. Employer national insurance hikes, minimum tax increases, minimum wage increases, the rumours of a wealth tax have created an atmosphere of deep economic pessimism. The yield on 30-year gilts has soared to 5.5%, reflecting investor nerves. Capital, to quote Walter Wriston, goes where it is welcome, and Britain increasingly looks hostile. The idea of further squeezing the top 1% who already contribute 28% of income tax ignores economic reality. The wealthy are mobile, and they leave when overtaxed. Meanwhile, SMEs, Britain's job engine, are drowning in regulatory costs. Reeves has flirted with a third path, financial deregulation. She's echoed city voices calling regulation a boot in the neck of business, but this is intellectually unconvincing and historically dangerous. Deregulation gave us the credit boom of the 2000s and the bust of 2008. It made banks reckless and households over-leveraged. The UK never recovered its pre-crash productivity trajectory. Now, with interest rates normalising, debt burdens are returning with a vengeance. Reeves' light-touch proposals risk repeating past mistakes. She is no Volcker. Deregulating while valuations are frothy and private markets are opaque is financial folly. Some point to Argentina's Javier Milei. Cut spending, cut the state, balance the books and spark growth. But Argentina's radical surgery, 50,000 civil service jobs slashed, well, I could slash a few civil service jobs, particularly in the NHS, departments closed, subsidies eliminated, is politically unviable in Britain. British voters expect Scandinavian services without Scandinavian taxes or Argentine cuts. And unlike Milei, Reeves lacks a revolutionary mandate or a moral message. She talks of stability, not sacrifice, of inclusion, not insolvency, yet her fiscal rules have already been missed monthly. Reeves is caught in a contradiction. She promises growth, but she governs through stagnation. Ultimately, Reeves' greatest failure is narrative. A chancellor must inspire confidence, both in markets and among businesses. She must tell a story of recovery, even in the dark. Instead, she talks Britain down, telegraphs tax rises months ahead, promises little. According to the Institute of Directors, business sentiment is at an all-time low, worse than during COVID. 85% of company directors lack faith in the government's ability to fix the economy. Business leaders are suicidal, as one commentator put it, not because they hate Labour, but because they hear no vision, no optimism, no clarity. Reeves is more bookkeeper than builder. The truth, brutal and banal, is that Reeves is operating in a bankrupt state that refuses to admit it's bankrupt. She won't say what Millet said, there is no money, because her party, her leader, her public can't bear to hear that. Yet that is the reality. Unless Britain restrains spending, reforms the welfare state, deregulates the right sectors, not just finance, and lowers taxes to stimulate investment, it risks long-term decline, not collapse, not revolution, but the slow erosion of a once major economy into second-rate irrelevance. And of course, there is a word which I barely dare repeat here, that's Brexit. Brexit has not helped. Reeves may continue to become the most transformative chancellor in a generation. She may hope for that, but at this rate, she risks becoming a cautionary tale instead, a footnote to Liz Truss.